body calculations. Let's see where you're at. So like you're saying that you want to be 210 pounds of lean mass. So I'd have to first figure out your fat percentage and all of that, and I'd set you up with a body plan. So let's say that you do your body calculations and you're at 10%, you're 190 pounds, you're roughly looking at 19 pounds off of that, so your lean mass is like...
I can do my body counts, Daddy.
Your lean mass would be like 171 pounds, Rex. So in order for you to maintain while working out hard, you would need to eat 171 grams of protein right off the bat. Now, in order for you to gain a substantial amount, you would want to up that. And the usual minimum upping of that is about 100. 50 to 100. So you'd be looking right off the bat at a minimum of like 225 grams of protein. So then you have to focus on the rest of your numbers, which should be even. You want a decent amount of fat, and you want your carbs to go quick maths, actual genius. You want your carbs to go equal with that. So you're at about 225. So you're going to want to be around 110, 112, and your carbs and your fat as an equal. And then the rest is going to be a filler, and you're going to want to do that on healthy food. Bro, if you try to eat 250 grams of protein, 120 grams of carbs, and 120 grams of fat using healthy food, and you're hitting like a 2,500 to 3,000 calorie diet, you're gonna be sick. You're gonna get food sick. I've got a 5'8" athletic build. Hurt my back with the same kind of injury as you. The last few years, I struggled to stay away from injuries. I was never the same. It's absolutely terrible. And thank you for the compliment, Nikki. Do my body calcs, Daddy? Well, let me know your size, man. I have an athletic build, but I've never utilized it. See, that could actually be dangerous, though. People that are skinny, that eat crappy food all day long and don't work out, actually are fat and they don't know it. The fat's just internal and it's suffocating their internal organs. They actually had a weird study about this. I want to say it was about somewhere between 10 to 12 years ago. I remember reading it. And the study was that they had a whole bunch of relatively young people that were thin, so they appeared to be fit. They were dropping dead of heart attacks and they couldn't figure out why. Until the internal autopsies were showing that they actually had an even more unhealthy version of visceral fat that goes inwards instead of outwards. So instead of developing a belly, it literally just grows around their kidney, it grows around their organs, it grows around their heart, and it suffocates everything to death. So these relatively healthy looking individuals that don't work out and had an unhealthy diet were dropping dead of heart attacks before people that were fat, because the people that are fat, their fat does suffocate the organs, but the majority of it's pushed outward and develops extra room. It is actually really weird, man. Just finished my dinner, so I'm good now. Nice. What'd you eat, man? Kraken had, dude, I was in his stream. He got gifted like 120 subs. Really? Yeah, the other night. I got to clip some stuff. I actually got timed out for 10 minutes clipping stuff and trying to post it in his link. It was so hype. I just wanted him to have something that he could remember forever.
What happened?
He got gifted like 120 subs.
Oh,
yeah, in a row, non-stop. It was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful.
Great. That had to be beautiful. Oh my gosh.
What you cooking me, Nuki?
You know, really great snack. Fresh green beans.
Yeah, Kraken was on it, man. It was nice too. Now I'm glad. He's a cool ass dude. Being fat is hard. Being fat is hard. Yeah, Nahuda, I clipped something and I tried to toss the link in his chat from what I clipped and it warned me. And then there was an epic moment that happened, so I clipped another thing and I forgot about that and I put it in his chat and it timed me out for 10 minutes. Sir Grumple's top of the morning, beautiful, and Mrs. Beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Guys. You want to hear an amazing vegetarian dish? It actually could be vegan. I'm not sure. I don't pay enough attention to all that.
Dude, it was definitely worth it. I don't care. As long as he has those, he can look back on those forever, dude. It was the most perfect thing in the world. I got him doing his hell yeah. Oh, and he went deep into his soul for that. He was so into it, you could see it. I loved it. Slides in the chat. Hell
it's
yeah.
called chickpea fruit delight, and you serve it with couscous or rice, and it is so amazing. I tried it with apricots, but you can also try it with plums. But oh my gosh, guys, it is amazing.
Oh wow.
What?
Yeah, I would imagine.
What?
Magical said I ordered 10 chicken wings and gave the box to my daughter after the delivery man gave the box to me. She just gave the box to me after eating her fill, and I see there are 18 pieces left over. I think the delivery guy sent me the wrong order.
That's great.
I've never struggled with weight. If anything, I can never gain. Just like you said before, I don't eat enough. I mean, Rex, you probably already know what you're doing, but if you ever want a mass building program, just let me know. I'll do your body counts for you and set you up with something. I like the wings from Pizza Hut. No.
Nuh-uh.
I got a wing place you'd love, can you?
That or your daughter is magic, and triple the wings in order.
Maybe.
There's this place that we have here locally. It's called Little Johnny's 2. They have the best wings and the best cheese balls in the world. They're awesome. They're like pepper jack, I think, and they're slightly spicy, but the cheese in them is like creamy and melty, and it's heaven in your mouth.
Mr. Hooks, yes, this is a version of Spyro. This is definitely a version of Spyro. Oh, we're one step closer, guys.
Now we're gonna sit here for 20 minutes.
Why you keep touching stuff? Stop touching shit.
I'm just showing people our
Stop
progress.
touching stuff.
I'm not going any further.
Stop touching stuff.
Okay.
Canyon, yeah. It's probably true. I get sick if I think I eat too much, but in the infantry they would hound us about saying the average weight or under, not even being bigger muscles. They like lean, thin fighting machines. 7, 8, 9 out. Canyon. The thing is, like, a lot of bodybuilders actually do develop a complex. I know, like, with me having a good body and then getting hurt and having a messed up body, when I started getting my good body back a few years ago,
yes,
before my back went all the way out again, I did have kind of a complex that I couldn't see any of the changes that were being made. I still seen the biggest that I was.
Oh my gosh. Magical did a joke and then put, yeah, I heard 7 do that.
Wait, what are we talking about? Seeing your body
7,
differently
8,
than it
9
actually
out.
is? More or less? What? What are we actually talking about? Seeing your body different than it actually is? More or less?
Yeah. It's
I had that issue.
It's called body dysmorphia.
I still kind of do, but that's what I mean.
Like, I was 180 and they wanted me 155. I had a 6-pack and I was very good. Weight, ran 2 miles and 12:44. Super strong, but every inspection they said I was over. And I take my shirt off and say, how? I beat the first one. I have a body like a god. I get compared to Buddha a lot. I wonder if I have body dysmorphia, but I don't know it. They said my weight needs to come down because it could hurt me in country. I never understood it until I got there, and all the super muscle guys went from big to sick looking, and bodies were more damaged.
Merlin, let's get them eggs. No, he's right here. He wants.
You can't see the giant man with a beard? Collar, you sure have changed.
What?
He said, is he blew him away or something? Canyon, yeah. They focus on that because it's easier for survival if
Anything besides Fortnite, please don't worry. We're gonna play Spyro.
if anything happens like that. Like, honestly, that's what I was saying about like the 10% body fat and shit like that. when you drop below a body fat percentage level, it actually becomes really, really dangerous, and it's hard for you to maintain. Now, in a perfect world, in a perfect life, you can maintain that easy. But if you're caught out in the wilderness, you'll die before anybody else. Like, if shit hits the fan and you're at like 4% body fat, you need to eat so much in order for your body to maintain itself that it will literally start eating itself and you will die. Exactly. And that's why they do that. Also though, and to be fair, a lot of people don't like the BMI, and the BMI is set up for a specific reason. A lot of people don't understand that reason. Dang, the stuff I came back to here. So for the BMI, everybody's like, oh, I'd look gross if I was actually this weight and blah blah blah. Like you wouldn't if you were that weight the right way, as in the appropriate portions and all that. But outside of that, oh, thank you so much for the follow.
Oh.
Corn Fred. Welcome to the Viking clan.
Thank you.
But so let me explain this real quick. For my height, I'm 6 foot. They want me to be at 180 pounds. Now,
Where am I going?
at 180 pounds. No, listen, Rex. I'm gonna explain to you why it's not bullshit. Here's your pillow. I'm gonna explain to you why it's not bullshit. The BMI does ignore muscle mass, but and just let me finish before you say anything, because I know I hear the groaning. Oh no, the BMI, blah blah blah. Listen, is that what the numbers are going off of are based on what is scientifically appropriate for the heart. Now, I could be 210 pounds of solid muscle, and I'm going to be huge compared to, say, 240 pounds of fat, which is going to look ridiculous. But here's the truth about it. If I'm 200, and let's say I'm supposed to be 180, let's say I'm 230 pounds. If I'm 230 pounds of fat, my heart sees it as 50 pounds overweight. If I'm 230 pounds of solid muscle, you know what my heart sees it as? My heart sees it as 50 pounds overweight. Now, yes, your heart is made stronger because of the exercising, but your everyday life, for your frame, for your body size, measures your heart and the work that it has to do, moving around, walking, going upstairs, sitting down, sleeping, laying down. All of the pressure, your heart is experiencing 50 pounds of extra body weight the entire time.
Which is why bodybuilders tend to have heart attacks.
Right. Now, that large muscle mass that most men are looking for isn't healthy anyway. It looks good, and a lot of people think they contribute strength to health, but it's not healthy. It just looks good. So you're carrying around 50 pounds extra in order for you to look good and feel good and fit a certain standard, but it's just as unhealthy as if you were 50 pounds of fat. Now, you're going to live longer than, say, the average person that's like super morbidly obese, but here's the thing that you really need to sit down and look at. I want you to go through your list of people that are actually super strong, super built, look really good, and look at how many of those people end up having heart attacks, even though they're in what we would consider the ideal body shape.
Your body's cutting off their face.
It's okay. We'll figure it all out. And the truth and reality is, those people are having heart attacks because they spent 20 to 30 years carrying around 50 extra pounds that their heart can't take. That's where the BMI comes from. It's not about what you look like, it's about what your heart can handle. And so the closer you are to that number is for your heart.
Magical, I can't do it again because then you might look up too soon and know the spell that I used to magically do that.
The spell that I used on him
yeah.
to do that.
There's good weight and there's bad weight. One single number doesn't make everything right. This still important. She comes high. Oh, other Mrs. Beautiful.
It's okay.
Magical. Whoa. I look down at my phone and I look back up and Pollard is there. Yes, she is.
Hi, Sir Grumbles.
Mr. Hoops.
Nope, okay, you got it.
Quick, I'm looking down at the phone. Pollard did it again. How's she gonna reappear again?
You're making.
Ta-da!
Hang on, Rex. You're making stupid sense, LMFAO. I
That's
hate
insane, bro. I remember what my old platoon sergeant told me once. He said every 100
Hi,
pounds
noob.
that you're over BMI
Hi,
is
Fritz
another
Rex.
man that is took out of the fight to carry you out, and we don't leave anyone behind. So you killed us all with your weight, Private. I'm shady. You push those. Oh yeah. I did not know that. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, man. It's just that
Okay, this is our wife colored. A lot of people think that she's a fantasy person.
you're making
What's the word I'm looking for?
stupid
Imaginary?
sense. I hate it. No, Rex, it's just, that's what a lot of people don't think of when they're like, ew, I would look so disgusting at this weight or whatever. And the truth is that
It's illogical.
some people don't look right when they hit their BMI, but a lot of people that say that are either so far underweight or so far out of shape and above weight that they can't actually picture themselves at their actual number. And most of the time, the people that do get to that number, they do it in the wrong way. They do it in a way that you shouldn't. So like, if they're underweight, they don't slowly get into their BMI range by gaining muscle and working out and looking nice. They gain a bunch of fat and they get there and they go, ooh, well, I look gross, and then they move all the fat and they go, well, that don't work.
Canyon!
Or if they're above,
Thank you.
if they're above and they're holding a bunch of fat, they don't slowly go down to where they need to be by losing the fat and building muscle and doing it the right way. No, they plummet down there, lose a bunch of muscle and fat at the same time and go, ooh, I look weird.
Canyon subbed and then
Like
said,
he-
sorry I wasn't subbed, buddy.
Like he said that if I was just playing with it. Like he said that if I wanted to, I don't know, more or less that I'd have to go below what I wanted to be healthily where I want to go back up. If that made no sense.
Alright, yeah, so what she's saying is, you can't target fat loss. So anybody who tells you, oh, if you do this exercise, you'll burn a bunch of fat in your legs, or say a certain target area, everybody has an area that they want to work out like the most, or if you want to like lose belly fat, etc. That doesn't work. Anybody who tells you that they can, like, oh, you'll do this exercise, you'll just build muscle in that area, but you can't target fat loss. So if I'm moving this arm, I can move this arm all night long, and I'm going to burn fat. But it doesn't matter that I'm moving this arm. That's not where the fat's going to burn from. The fat's going to burn from wherever in my body it decides to take the food source from, the energy from. So it could literally be my leg that does this. So if you're targeting a specific area and you're overweight and you want it to look a certain way, you have to go below the weight that you want to be at. So say you want to be, if you're a female and you're like 170 pounds, you want your legs to look a certain way, and you want to come out at 150. You have to go down to like 140 or 135 in order for your legs to shrink to where they need to be, and then slowly gain weight in proportion back up to 150 in order for you to be 100% proportional. And that's what she's getting at. It's the same thing that bodybuilders will do. Like if they want to be 215 pounds or they want to be 185, they want to be in a certain bodybuilding class, they'll lose weight down to like 160 and then they'll build back up to 185. So like, say they want bigger arms. They'll lose muscle in areas in a controlled way down to like 160, and then they'll build their arms up and build their muscle back uniformed up to 185. And that's the only way to actually do it. Do office interview. I
Folks,
heard
what
her.
is happening, man?
My hands are dirty though, except
Nice.
at Heave. We'll be back in a moment.
You won 100 biddies. Not biddies. Nana.
At Heave, we'll be back. Like, I know having a high BMI makes you overweight, but I never thought of it that way. Exactly, and that's what I was saying, Rex, is muscle mass or fat, the high BMI just means it's harder on your heart. Now, if you're muscle mass, it's going to be better than if it's fat. I mean, that's just a given, because you're still in relatively good shape, but you're going to die.
Cake says he just wants abs.
Abs are pretty hard, man.
Yeah, honestly,
I know I missed something.
very, very
Oh
defined.
shit, Canyon subbed.
Yeah.
I know you guys said it, and I know there was a dance happening, but I was
Not
in the middle of,
registered.
I was in the middle of talking. Canyon, buddy,
It's okay.
thank you so much, man.
Cake, actually, to get toned,
You're okay,
visible,
Canyon, man. Listen,
noticeable abs like the kind that you
I
see on
appreciate that,
TV,
dude, a lot.
other than the
That
fact
means a
that
lot to me, man.
you could use airbrush, that's actually a lot of dehydration.
Is anyone else's volume not there?
Yeah, I said the same
So much.
thing.
So how much am I supposed to weigh at
Use
5'8"? I don't know offhand. It's 180. I think it's like I want to say it's 5 pounds down for every inch. So that'd be 4 inches. So 20 pounds. I'd say 160 max is your max range. But I'm not sure. I haven't looked at the BMI in quite a while. Make sure
Do
you
the
show
same
your
amount,
stones and
magical.
then those Gasm modes. I believe in Hebel. I hope so. Someone gotta believe in me.
The problem I have
Sorry,
is
I
that
had
I've
egg
lost
goop on my
a bunch of
hands.
stuff.
Is that what you're calling it now?
No, I could parachute.
Take my energy and return safely? Hell yeah.
I used to
He
struggle
would
with
use
eating
his right arm
disorders,
as an
and then
example of
while-
what he would move all night long.
while I was struggling with that, I definitely had body dysmorphia. Is that how you say that? Dysmorphia. Because you could see my hips and everything really intensely and stuff. I wasn't look bad skinny, but there wasn't bad
Dude.
that I was seeing there.
I was so bad skinny.
Okay, you're not lying, buddy. I had abs, and one piece of pizza could destroy it. You could be bloated for 2 days from it.
He was questioning that. Chaps were Keg said abs or dehydration with a question mark. I mentioned that, the defined,
Almost all of the muscle that you see that's super, super defined
bodybuilder kind of muscle.
is it comes from a version of dehydration where you hyperhydrate yourself for a period of time in order for your body to
cleanse.
in order for your body to get used to the concept of having to go to the bathroom a lot, and then because you still have to drink an incredible amount of water when you're there. So you can't just go, hey, I'm drinking a gallon of water, I'm doing all of this working out. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to drink a gallon of water. No, you still have to drink a gallon of water. So what you have to do is you have to push it to almost 2 gallons of water a day, so that you're peeing just a reckless amount, and then cut it back down to the gallon a day and continue to pee. And so your body is then fooled into believing that it's dehydrated. It's sucking and leaching the water from it. And then they eat a bunch of bananas on show day, and it further dehydrates them. And yeah, that's how you get that really super defined look. And they only hold that for a little bit. In competition time, they go down to about 3% body fat. Outside of that, they hold it about 18% body fat. If you see a bodybuilder outside of competition, he kind of looks fat. Usually because it's called dirty ball. And they gain a bunch of fat in order to increase muscle mass.
Mr. Skid said, I just want to have some muscle that does what muscle intends, lifting stuff and doing labor.
Oh snap, didn't Lou Ferrigno die of heart failure, and Arnold the Terminator guy had multiple
Canyon.
heart attacks?
There are not 4 emotes.
I don't think Lou Ferrigno is actually dead. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure he was
Canyon,
in the
calm
movie
down.
not that long ago.
Canyon, calm down.
And the term, and yes, Arnold did have heart attacks. Make sure you stow yourself.
Canyon, calm down. He doesn't have 4 emotes.
All I have is that I lost a bunch of weight, and now I could.
The Gasm emote is mine. And then he still has his normal 3. He hasn't. We don't know if he's gotten partnered yet.
Kid, you messing up with.
Calm down.
What happened?
Calm down.
He thought you had 4 emotes. He was jealous.
4 emotes?
What's that eating disorder that's multiple eating disorders combined? What's that called? There's a word. An actual
what is it?
eating disorder for
Oh,
an
it's
eating
not
disorder
fair.
that a bunch of eating disorders are combined.
I don't remember.
Well, that's what I used to struggle with because I would switch back and forth between different things.
I had forced upon me
No,
anorexia.
Canyon, I don't have partner yet, but I did put my application in yesterday morning.
Is that how you would explain what my eating disorder was? It was
What?
forced upon me anorexia.
Dude, you developed an eating disorder from the fact that your family was actually starving you. So now eating a lot is weird to you. Because when I first met you and I first took you out, you ate everything in the fucking world because you were literally about to die. You were close to death.
That's true. Guys, I had my own set of food stamps that I was getting while I was living with my family. I got them separately just for me, and I would buy my
Acta
food
Kappa, what's
so I
going
could
on,
go to
man?
college and take my food with me. And my family ate all of my food and then wouldn't let me eat any of the food that they had because it was for the kids and stuff. Which I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
Canyon.
take food from kids and all,
Hyperhydration
but
is
come
an
on,
actual
be my
clinical
mom.
thing. You can die from hyperhydration. It's just a varied version of controlled hyperhydration. But if you hyperhydrate and don't go to the bathroom, you will actually die. You will drown
That's
inside your own body.
those kids are doing those competitions of chugging gallons of water without going to the bathroom, and they were literally dying.
Yeah, that is it, Rex. It's part of the shredding phase.
the I don't know how to say your name. Yeah, no, my family was serious crap.
I had drank so much beer liquids before bed. I had to pee about 9 times all night. Yeah, I didn't think Lou was dead. Arnold has been looking better though, a little bit.
Ah, attaboy. Okay, so the Attica Kappa. Is that what it is?
I sent you a Discord of a glitch done on PC. Forced upon you anorexia. Would you explain that?
What? I don't know. What you
Kappa. Forced upon you anorexia? Question mark?
Oh, I was trying to. Yeah, my family was super freaking crappy. Anytime.
Magical gifted 5 subs, so I missed that.
And we got another sub. Anytime that I would like get food for myself, because like when I was living with my what?
Mr. Skid said my dad does that to me. He will eat and drink my food, but I'm not allowed to touch his food.
Oh, that's so big.
That's shitty.
But you know, I had literally food stamps for myself. Like I was living in their household, but I was saying that I paid for my own. I paid for my own meals, so I was able to get food stamps for just myself because I didn't actually have a job, but I was going to college, and so I was just trying to like, you know, have some food for when I went to school and stuff like that. But no, every single time that I would
was this like actually selected on the right one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every single time that I would get food to go in for college and stuff, I'd put it in the freezer, have it set up and everything, and then they would come in and they would eat all of my food, and then they wouldn't let me have any of theirs.
That's
because
how everyone says it. Technically, a taco-paw, but it's whatever.
Oh, that's
I
cool.
get you. I get you. I've adopted Ada.
I like a taco-paw.
At least you found a good man. Love at Heblum, said Sir Grumpos.
Oh, I found
Wow! I
did up at that.
I did. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. When I met him, I was in double digits.
Wait, Fruit Snack said, okay, I still can't hear anything.
Yeah, that's
that
why
you're
I
saying.
had my said try refreshing it or something. Like I was
Try unmuting me, homie.
Whenever I had first met him, I was in double digits, and then within the first month of knowing him, he got me up to 105 pounds, and then by that point, I had ended up moving in with him, and he got me up to about 110 before I got pregnant with our first son, and I've stayed, like, when not being pregnant, I've stayed in, like, between 105 to 115. I've stayed in that range. It fluctuates depending on like how much I eat and stuff, but I still have problems eating like full meals.
Sad now.
What?
I want to buy you food. Mr. Skid said we're currently getting food stamps too, and my dad buys all these things for himself, and all I get is peanut butter and rice. Also, it's not Heblum talking; it's Little Lady talking.
I'm Little Lady, and this is Collard, and that is Heblum.
Weight does tend to fluctuate within a small range.
What? Why have I never seen this guy? He's huge.
Why are you letting him?
Yeah, run. Okay, there's.
He's
Okay,
cute.
see
I
that
don't know
thingy?
because he's
See that thingy?
cute.
No, see that thingy?
Yeah, but I was too concerned with that he was cute.
Yeah,
I just had him. I let him go out of my mouth.
Did you? Alright.
Spit it out. Triangle to aim.
Yeah,
Oh, I have one in my mouth still. Does a different one?
I'm so sorry to hear that stuff. I'm sorry.
Wait, how
Just
I'm lucky to come from a
hit
well-off family, but I don't like taking their money or everything, anything living. The ramen /
run out of it.
Man,
Triangle again.
that sounds
Triangle
absolutely horrible. Okay.
Yeah.
But no, you guys want to hear a true story? I'll tell you a true story.
It's okay. You have one. Just triangle.
I mean, I would.
No.
Oh, close.
I would
Okay,
do
wait,
stuff
come
like
backwards.
this for
Come backwards.
probably
Wait, not yet.
anybody.
Turn around.
I lived off
You
of
don't have
ramen
any
during my
dragon
early
flies.
20s.
So turn around.
I'm still trying to catch your stream, Little Lady. You're kind of catching it now. But yeah, so I would probably do this for anybody, but I definitely did it because I loved her and I was worried about her. And so she was hungry one day.
Oh, not this story.
And
that makes me feel so bad.
I didn't have no money. It wasn't.
Why? Why did it not hit you that time?
Because it was too far.
You have to get out of it.
I didn't have any money, and it wasn't close to payday, and so I was low on gas, and I didn't have any money to get food. So I went in.
He just gave up. He was just like, "You're not gonna hit me anyways."
You were back.
I went and pawned a $3,000 chocolate diamond ring
jump over now?
Yeah, you can jump.
that I had, for
Oh,
just
shit,
enough
quick.
gas money
Arr.
to get a
Run!
burrito,
Jump!
a beefy 5 layer from Tom.